Hello! It is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon111, and welcome back to Terraria. Last time, we conquered the dungeon, for the most part. There's still one thing that I would like to get out of it. The Knight's Edge is hold to attack, by the way, which is pretty great. I haven't gotten the Nazar, and so I went ahead, off camera, and set up kind of a grinder in the dungeon, where we might be able to get a better chance of getting it. I forgot to touch my bewitching table. That wasn't smart. So I'll just have one imp out with me. But basically, I kind of fenced off this area and made a way for enemies who are over on the right to walk over here. But I've got a water candle. I've got kind of a place where I can stand. And basically, all the enemies kind of funnel down here. Actually, I probably have a bewitching table in here, don't I? Haha. There we go. Now I can get a second imp. Take that, bad guys. And there's the guy I want, the Cursed Skull. I'm spawning, there's a lot of open space, and so I'm spawning a lot of skeletons, actually. It would be better if there were more wall space, probably, to spawn the Cursed Skulls. But basically, if a bunch of enemies build up down here, it is very easy for me to go and wipe them all out with the Knight's Edge, and then spawn some more. And so that's the idea of this place. It's pretty easy for all the bad guys who spawn anywhere in this area. If we take a look at the map, there's a big area for them to spawn, and they all kind of funnel down into this region where me or my imps can take care of them. So I'm going to hang out here for a little bit and see if we can get some more Cursed Skulls to spawn, like these guys. And, oh, there we go. Nazar. Okay, it worked. The system works. I'm going to turn off this water candle. And I don't need the bewitching table here necessarily. So I guess I'll take it back with me. Okay, well, that's the thing I really wanted out of this. So, that's one success already. Fantastic. I kind of totally forgotten about it, but we should do the whole Eternia crystal things. Defender medals you can purchase. Right, so I would be able to buy... Oh, you can buy a couple of them now. I think it used to only just start you with 5. Now it starts you with 10, maybe? But I need this. And I would need at least one of these. And then... which of these are any good? I'm pretty sure the ballista is good. And... let's just get the ballista for now. I'd forgotten all about this. But I'm probably strong enough to do it. So basically it's kind of like the wave event. I could probably do it out here. I'm trying to remember how much space you need. I should cover up the lava over here. Yeah, let me just prepare an arena where we can try this out. I should mention I made the molten pickaxe off camera because I needed to dig through the dungeon. Rather than think about it too hard. How do I use this? Do I click on this? There we go. The Old One's army is approaching. Great. And then I'm going to need this thing to set up some defenses. And then I can kill guys manually and get these green crystals, which gives me the ability to put out more ballistas. And then over on this end, same kind of thing. So let's kill a bunch of bad guys. And let's put on this so that I can dash over more quickly. Sorry, bunny rabbit. These things happen. Wave complete. Interact with the crystal to rush the next wave. Right, that was one of the new additions that they set up. Is you can actually advance to the next wave on your own, rather than having to wait another 15 seconds, so I'll do that. And I think there's just like 5 waves in the first one. And we're almost as powerful as we could be pre-hard mode. So I don't think that this will be too difficult. But I also remember being surprised by how difficult it could be in the past. So let's see, I can stick out another ballista. And actually, if I get another ballista, I should probably put it defending the crystal, like near here. So this wave is also going to be complete. Great. And it seems like there's one more green crystal somewhere on the ground. Yeah, over here. So let's put another ballista over here, I suppose. And I guess I'm ready for the next wave. Did I ever buff? Let's buff. I have Iron Skin and Regen and Well Fed. So kind of the usual suspects in terms of basic buffs. There are some more difficult enemies in this wave, but still nothing that's too powerful. And I have enough that I can place some more ballistas out, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, those guys are all taken care of. And over here, these guys are taken care of, and let's go ahead and put one ballista up here. And then move on to the next wave. Alright. Well, I'm plenty strong enough to take out the individual enemies. There are flying enemies now, okay. So these guys will start actually posing a threat to the crystal itself, which we need to defend in the center. So let's make sure. The Blood Moon is rising. Fantastic. Oh, my NPCs actually might play a role here. That hadn't really occurred to me. But they might be able to help. Alright, so where are flying guys? We've dealt with them. These guys are also dealt with. It looks like there should be a couple more crystals somewhere. I'm up to 9 crystals, and I need 10 in order to summon one more thingy-ma-do. But I've lost it somewhere. Alright, don't worry about it. Alright, spawn capping these guys. Spawn camping. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's set up another ballista right near the center. Kill a few of these guys. And then I think there's going to be some kind of boss mob who is like riding some kind of weird mount. Who is the main guy I have to kill in this wave? Yeah, it's you, isn't it? A dark mage or something? Or an Etherean something something? It's you. Oh, the guide was slain. But we defeated the boss mob, and I guess that was the main thing. And so the old one's army has been defeated, and I got defender medals. Did it say 3? 3 seems like not enough. I have 10 medals again. I thought you got a whole lot more than that for successfully defending the thingy-ma-do. Maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, but basically now we have a new summon weapon that we can use once. Yeah, I can summon it once. And so it's like a little turret. And so I can place it out, and it's kind of separate from my imps, so I can still have 2 imps if I have the Bewitching State table, as well as this one summon turret thingy, which just fires every few seconds at bad guys and shoots a piercing whatever. Alright, so I'd kind of completely forgotten about doing Old One's army stuff, but I picked the right time to do it just before hard mode, where we're super powerful, so that's great. I fended off the Blood Moon and got another money trough, but then a traveling merchant arrived. Do you have anything interesting? Pad Thai, it's a little late for that. I think I already bought this painting. I've already got all that stuff, and I don't need a magic hat. So sadly, I think there's nothing we need you for. Well, in the spirit of not thinking too hard about the consequences of our actions and just doing things, I wonder if it makes sense to just go ahead and fight Queen Bee right here in the beehive that I found that's kind of down my mine shaft over here. And so I think what I want to do is just get rid of this little bit right here, which I can probably do with like 2 bombs. And then give myself some kind of platforms that I can stand on. After I, come on, get rid of these. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. So, if I were to grab some platforms and just place... where did I place those? Not where I wanted to. Just place like a row of platforms. Hey, go away. Right here. Oops. I'm not accustomed to wearing... What is it? Shield of Cthulhu? That makes me bounce all around. Queen Bee might deal some damage, and so I think putting on the Worm Scarf probably makes sense. And I feel like that might be enough. I guess I could use... Let's do this. Let's get 3 sticky bombs. We'll put one here. One here. And one more in the remnants after I get rid of these little bees. That seems good. So one more sticky bomb right here. And then get rid of any other bees. Doesn't seem like there's any bees there. And then finally, just to make it a good arena, we need to have a campfire and a heart lantern. Not that they really matter. And I've got buff potions, so let's buff. And let's fight Queen Bee and see how it goes. And so, I have... Does she have new attack sounds? Is that her sound? It's like screeching? I don't know. Yeah, it totally is. She used to have her own roar. Or not her own roar. She used to have just kind of the usual boss roar. And I guess it was kind of an odd sound for her to make. That was kind of that roar that the other bosses make. But I'm not sure her scree kind of noise now is... I'm not sure if it's ideal. But I'm glad they gave her a new noise. Perhaps I'll have a different opinion about it after I hear it a little bit more. Seems like she uses it when she's dashing. And when she's not dashing, then she's just sitting inside the Night's Edge field of attack. And I might have overprepared for the little amount of preparation I did for this battle. There's the scree. Okay. Alright, she does deal some damage when she's just trying to careen herself right into me like that, but... Oh, and she has a death sound too, it's like... Alright. Well, that ended up being easy. We got the honeyed goggles, which a lot of people really like. I think it gives, like, unlimited flight. We'll try it out in a moment. We got the beekeeper, which I think if you hit enemies with it, like, spawns friendly bees. Let's go outside, actually, and try that out. So I'm gonna pick these things back up and stack them away in there. And then let's try out the beekeeper. Alright, so if I hit guys with the beekeeper, yeah, there's little friendly bees who then go and melee attack nearby bad guys. That's pretty good. And it's also a hold to attack weapon. Alright, so that's nice. Honeyed goggles, we got the hive pack, which means friendly bees become, yeah, more powerful. So I think they turn into like larger wasps, so I could try putting that on. So if I put that on and use the beekeeper, then can we see... I think the bees that come out are larger and they deal more damage. Yeah, they're definitely larger. Guess they don't work very well underwater. Alright. And the honeycomb. And then some other vanity items and things that I don't really need. Okay. With Queen Bee down, I believe we could now potentially get the Witch Doctor to appear. Let me tidy up my inventory. Oh wait, before I do that, let's go ahead and equip the bee mount. And does it have unlimited flight, or is it just long but finite flight? I can't recall. It is finite, but I managed to get all the way to outer space. I'm trying to go back up now. And so now I just kind of float back downwards, it seems. Or I can speed it up if I press down. Okay, that's still pretty good. Not a bad mount. Alright, good stuff. So one of the things we got out of the dungeon we still haven't used is our shadow key. So let's go ahead and head downstairs. I know we saw a lot of different shadow chests down in this layer. I did not bring... Ooh, there's a voodoo demon somewhere. And I did not bring anything that gives me fire protection, which I will probably live to regret, or more likely die to regret. But for now, we'll just go with it. So if I were a shadow chest, where would I be? Here's one. So one shadow key opens all of them. So I got a dark lance. Very nice. I forget how many pieces of shadow chest loot there are. There's a fair number. Probably like 5 or 6. In this one, we got another dark lance. Oh, and there's an obsidian skin potion in there. Hello. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. And now I don't have to worry about dying in the lava while I'm doing all this. How nice. Okay, next shadow chest. What do we got for us? It's the Flower of Fire, also known as the Fire Flower. It's kind of like we're Mario. Hooray. Alright. What's next? We got a shadow chest over here with a Hellwing bow, which turns... I haven't used any bow and arrows. Turns arrows into little Hellwing bats, as I recall, that deal more damage and possibly like fly around after they hit guys. I don't quite remember. There's a painting over here that looks like the Scream, and I think I maybe already have that painting. But rather than think I maybe have the painting... Oh, it's called Trapped Ghost. Alright. Now I will have it in my painting collection when we head back upstairs. Alright, I see another shadow chest downstairs over here. So let's head that way. And see what's in this one. And the answer is another Hellwing bow. This one is murderous. And there's another shadow chest. My cup runneth over with shadow chests. There's just so many. Alright, I have obsidian skin potion, so digging through the lava is just fine. It's a perfect strategy. We got Sun Fury. That's a very good flail. That's the flail that was going to outclass the Blue Moon. We've got another Flower of Fire. Alright, very nice. And I don't recall... Looks like I did explore a bit farther over here to the right, but I don't recall if we saw many more shadow chests nearby. I suppose they would show up with like platinum and tungsten detected nearby. I wasn't paying attention to that before. I suppose if I have one in my inventory, I can find out. So if I placed one of these here, it would say chest detected nearby. Okay, so we can look for chest detected nearby to know if one is coming up. So I will attempt to do that as we continue to explore the underworld. And we could also explore to the left rather than to the right if I don't see any more chests over here. Because, yeah, I think I recall that they tend to generate toward the center of the map. Chest detected nearby. Hold on. It's down deep somewhere. Is it, like, way down in here? Chest detected nearby. I don't see it. There it is. I see it now. Hello, Shadow Chest. What you got for me? Another Sun Fury. Alright. Well, we're getting loot. Loot was good. And remind me how far I've explored in the map? Pretty far to the right. There are still some more buildings. So we'll try at least the next cluster or two of buildings and see if there's any more chests. And if not, I'll go back to the center, and then we can explore a bit to the left. Platinum detected nearby is not... Okay, there is a chest in here. Do I see said chest? Yes. It's another shadow chest. And what does this one have for me? Another dark lance. Pretty sure there's still other things we could get. What does this one have? It is. There we go. Flame Lash. It's kind of like the magic missile, but fiery and upgraded. That's definitely a weapon I want to check out. And chest detected nearby. I don't see it, so it's probably downstairs. Yeah, there it is. That one has another dark lance. Apparently dark lances are very popular these days. At least among this world's terrain generation. Alright, but there's more shadow chests down here than I remembered. Chest detected nearby. It should be around here. I don't see it down there. Is it up here somewhere? I'm going to try digging upwards, because I feel like it's going to be somewhere right above us. Yeah, I see it. Alright, shadow chest. Who generated the very top of the underworld? Imagine that. You have a dark lance. I could have never foreseen this. Here's a demon, who I probably ought to be scared of, but I'm going to choose not to be. Chest detected nearby. There it is. This one has another Sun Fury. Alright, we'll get like 2 more, and then I'll feel good about probably having gotten all the loot that we could get. And it looks like I am perhaps painting out new sections of the map. Actually, I've got 30 seconds left on my obsidian skin potions. That's probably a good place to call it. Ooh, what is this? Ashwood and acorns. Can you plant trees down in the underworld and make ash trees, apparently? Oh, wow. This is like all new. There's like planty stuff down here. Wow. Who knew? Not me. Look at this. Does it actually like go into a whole new biome that's like above ground? No, it kind of turns just back into stone and normal caves. So it is in the underworld. Perhaps on like the outer third of the map or something. And there's these awesome looking ashwood trees, which I can replant because my cool staff or axe of regrowth like automatically replants trees. And now I'm gonna burn, right? Okay, I'm gonna chop down a few of these just to gather some ashwood so I can play around with it because I don't know what it looks like. And there's always the possibility that it crafts into something other than just all the usual things you can make out of wood and just with like a different look. I don't see any other like harvestable plants or things of that nature down here. At least to my eyes. Obviously, since it's new stuff, I might be missing something. But that's cool. I had no idea that this was added. And it looks cool. And I have to imagine there's probably at least like some type of new feature, oh gosh, or secret that I've not appreciated down there. Alright, but let me empty out all my stuff and we can play around with some of these new things. Okay, so here's all the stuff we got from the underworld, and there were some things I didn't notice. Demonic Hellcart is great because that is going to allow us, yeah, it gives you the lava immunity while you're on the minecart, and it can travel faster than the lack of minecart that I had before. So that's a nice little thing. It just goes in our minecart slot, so I can always have that equipped. I guess I did make a minecart. Obsidian skin potions, battle potions, very nice. Mana regeneration potions. Let me just, while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and put those in the crafted potions so I don't forget about them. Alright. And then we have a number of weapons. So, Flower of Fire. Seems to work exactly as I remembered it. Just in case it is helpful, let's grab the Shadow Candle and see if we can get some enemies around here while I'm trying to fight some bad guys. Sun Fury, Demonic Sun Fury, 89 melee damage. That's a lot of melee damage. Let's try it out on this little slime. Are you ready, slime? I don't think you're ready. Kablam! I crit him for 198. That's a lot of damage. Here's another slime. Can I set him on fire? I hit him for 160, so I didn't get the opportunity. I need more powerful enemies. I don't know that we're going to get more powerful enemies here on the surface, here in town. Okay, but Sun Fury is very good. It works just like a flail. It set guys on fire and deals a lot of damage. 304. Okay, I'm not sure why I'm getting so much crit. I do have a gnome out here, which possibly gives me like good luck, which might interact with crits. I'm not sure, but it feels like I crit 3 times in a row. All right, because I don't think any of these. I guess I'm increasing armor penetration. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised by the amount of damage that I'm doing. Yeah, 198 and 152. Is it like hitting twice, and both of the hits are stacking up into 1 damage number? I'm kind of surprised by that. In any case, it's a very good weapon. Dark Lance. Let's play around with the Dark Lance. Hello, little slime. Kablam! 104. And that deals 47. Yeah, it feels like I'm like dealing double damage or something. Oh, of course I'm dealing double damage. I have a slime banner, and I'm hitting slimes. Right. Okay. That makes more sense now. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Dark Lance is a nice spear-type weapon. It does that. We already saw the Flower of Fire. Treasure Magnet. This is a material that I might have wanted to combine with something. I forgot about this. So basically, increases pickup range for items. So for example, if there's a mushroom on the ground, say right over here, which is way over there, and I equip the treasure magnet, it'll just come to me. Because it's magnetized, for some reason, due to magic. And so the treasure magnet combines with... Right! The Architect Gizmo Pack. I still don't have the paint sprayer. That's the one thing I need for the Architect Gizmo Pack, and then we can turn all of this into the Hand of Creation. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to being able to do that. So that is great. And this is just a pet. I don't care about pets. So I guess the Hellwing Bow is the final thing, and I have plenty of arrows. And so if I fire the Hellwing Bow, you see it turns into flaming bats. And if I fire it at this guy, kablam! Alright, that was kind of unimpressive, honestly. How much damage does this do? Oh, 22 range damage. I guess if you put better arrows on it, it could be better. Wooden arrows turn into flaming bats. Yeah. Alright, I'm underwhelmed by this one. Ranger's a good class, but I don't know that that's a particularly awesome weapon. With some different arrows, well, then the Hellwing Bow, like, it's converting them. Oh wow, when I fought the Blood Moon, apparently I didn't pick up all the loot from it. Okay, so let me get organized. The one other thing we got from the Underworld was the Ashwood. And so talking to the guide, I can see that you can make all the usual wooden weapons and armor and furniture. And yeah, it looks cool, but basically just another type of wood to make cool things out of. So that is good to know. I'm going to go ahead and put that away in my blocks chest. And I was thinking that other than the Wall of Flesh, we've done everyone who is pre-hard mode. And then I remembered, no, there's a new boss who completely destroyed us before, which is the Deerclops. And so I constructed a very, very basic arena over here, where I've got a campfire and a heart lantern. And I've got Night Owl, Iron Skin, and Regen, but we're much stronger than we were before. And so I think I just want to give Deerclops a try. And so I think if I change the weather to monsoon, and then change the time to midnight, Deerclops will spawn, maybe? Well, I can actually craft a way to summon the Deerclops using 3 Flink's Fur, 5 Demonite, and a lens. And I have all of that handy. I didn't see what crafting station it needed, though. It might need to be done at the Demon Altar now that I'm thinking about it, so let's ask the guide once again. Add a Demon Altar. Okay, so 5 Demonite ore and a lens. Let me grab that stuff. Okay, and so let's craft a deer thing to summon Deerclops. And then bring it over to my makeshift arena. I guess I might as well grab a couple of buffs that might help me out briefly. Let's go over here. And summon him. Alright. And buff. Alright, he's over here somewhere. Okay, and he's finding his way to me. How do you feel? Ouch. Gonna turn that off. How do you feel about this weapon? It's dealing some damage. How do you feel about the Knight's Edge? Alright, I can jump over this pretty well. Well, somewhat well. This is actually working pretty well, actually. Except he kind of freezes me occasionally, but I've got a lot of defense. I should totally put out this, and I forgot to resummon this guy for a little bit of extra damage. Alright, but I think we have the armor and the DPS just to take him out this way. How do you feel about being hit by a Zappinator? Rather indifferent. I'm taking a fair bit of damage, which I don't love. But this is also working well enough. I'm gonna heal. And we can just outlast him, I think. It's possible that he has some closing phase where he's going to become much more powerful. But I think we're just going to get him. Okay. Inelegant. But I've done it, and I got an achievement. An eye for an eye with F-U-R in the achievement, even though it says an eye for an eye over here. Deerclops has been defeated. Oh, and a traveling merchant arrived. Neat. What do we get in his bag? Bone Helm. Summon shadow hands to attack your foes. Tell me about that. I just saw a zombie down there. That should be my foe. Here's an umbrella slime. Hey, look! It's the bone hands. Okay, the same thing that he was using as an attack, just like randomly appears. Okay, that's pretty cool. And what is this? Pneumatic horn, range damage. Very fast speed, weak knockback, converts bullets into random stuff. Okay. I am curious about that. So we'll play with that once I go grab some bullets. Which I guess I can do now. Bullets are currently sitting over next to the... Oh, the handgun, which I never converted into the Phoenix Blaster. Well, let's try it out with the Pneumatic Horn instead. Can't tell what the random stuff is, necessarily. Looks like it might be like random ores and things. And there was a traveling merchant somewhere that I need to go talk to. That was like a blink root, I think. Is it stuff that I'm nearby? That might have been a pumpkin. Couldn't tell what that one was. Couldn't tell what that one was. Let's go ahead and turn off my imp. Oh, someone dropped some fries. That's nice. Okay, Pneumatic. Pew! Pew! Doesn't hit all that hard. Alright. Well, kind of a silly little fun weapon. But at least I've tried it out. And then finally, there was a traveling merchant, and I want to see if he's selling a paint sprayer. And I have trouble recognizing his portrait now, since he is different than the traveling merchant I'm accustomed to, but here he is. Oh, look at that! They no longer just drown. They actually try to stay alive. How nice. What an improvement. Now I'm talking to him and he's going to drown. Do not eat vile mushroom. It's a painting. I don't think I own it. Some crazy vanity items. And ultra bright torches, which I do kind of like, but I can live without. Okay, still haven't found the paint sprayer. So things to look forward to in a future episode. I don't think I mentioned it, I converted the honeycomb and an extra shark tooth necklace into a stinger necklace, which is pretty great. Yeah, but I think at this point we're mostly doing kind of final upgrades and preparations to fight the Wall of Flesh and change things into hard mode. So I'm going to do a bit of work off camera before the next episode, I expect. But I will say, I hope as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon for more Terraria. For now, Bye-bye.